Are you ready to start tracking so you can achieve your 2025 goals? In this video, I'm going to help you guys put into action the goals that you hopefully have set in the last video that I just did and how to make them a reality this 2025. Now, the first step that you do have to do before any of this is to create your goals. So if you still haven't yet, make sure to check out the previous video right before this so you can start setting your goals for 2025, because on this video, we're going to break it down. And that's the first step. Is after you have your goal, is we're going to break down your goals into different habits and what they would look like every single day. Now, in the last video, I talked about having ChatGPT basically break it down into habits and systems that you can do for your day-to-day. What this means and what this looks like is, for example, for myself, my goal right now is to get back down on my weight to at least get to 55 kilos. I'm currently about 67, so I want to lose about 10 kilos throughout the year, hopefully before June, like middle of the year. So that's my goal for the next 6 months. So to break that down into habits, I have to make sure that one, I do put in a workout every single day. Currently, I'm trying to do where I do a walk, a 30-minute walk in the morning, and then do some workout in the evening. And alternatively, it could be like, hey, on the weekends, I'll just do one major workout, whatever that looks like. So I'm trying to figure it out, but I'm breaking it down into a habit. So the habit that I'm putting on is every single day when I wake up, go for a walk, come right back, start work. So that's part of me breaking down my goal into a system. Now, if this is something that you're not really sure, again, feel free to go ahead and ask ChatGPT, hey, this is my goal, this is the deadline. I want to make sure that this is done between 6 months or 3 months or 2 weeks. You can ask ChatGPT to go ahead and break that down for you and actually create it into a habit. Next is you want to actually plan your calendar. What this means is whatever habits that you do come up with, if this is something that needs to be scheduled. So for example, for me is my morning walk, I have to put it on my calendar. So for me, I aim to wake up around 6 o'clock to 6:30. So then it's not too warm yet for me to go for my walk. So then I have that on my calendar. I add it on there. Anything else, like for example, my kind of heavy workouts that I plan to do, which is on Mondays and Fridays, which is basically my weightlifting days, I'm going to do at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on the gym that I go to. So that's kind of my schedule that's going into my calendar. So whatever it is in your day that you're putting on as your habit to get to your goal, kind of make it part of your daily life. And that's kind of one of the reasons why a lot of people don't really achieve their goals, is they set like, oh, I want to do this, but you're just kind of putting it, kind of leaving it out to the universe instead of actually making it where you make it happen. Because the universe, God, whatever it is that you believe is, or whoever it is that you believe in, yes, they can put opportunities in front of you, but if you're not going to take it, if you're not going to put in systems and ways for you to be able to achieve them, they're just going to sit there and you're going to walk past by them without even knowing that that was the opportunity you were waiting for. So we're setting you up for success. That's why you want to make sure you add it into your calendar as you're broken down your habits. And another thing for me, for example, is when I was really trying to make sure that I would put in my journaling time and meditation time, I've kind of combined it to other parts of my day, is I would put it on my calendar. That way for me, no one else books that time, because that was kind of the struggle as a business owner, is that people would sometimes book things on times where I did want to do certain things, is I would make sure it's blocked on my calendar, no one else can book it. I put in a little bit of buffer time. So for example, if I was going to take a Pilates class or a dance class, I put in like a 20-minute before and after, so then I have time to change, travel, go there, get there, actually do the class and come back and do whatever it is that I need to do before going back to work. So that is the importance for me, is making sure that I have it in my calendar. I add buffer time as needed, depending on where you're going and how far it is for you to get to your goal. And again, making sure that no one else can interfere with whatever plans that you do have. Next is you want to change your environment. And this is a key thing, is you now have your habits breaking down. What are the things you need to do daily, weekly, monthly to be able to get to your goal? You now have it on your calendar, hopefully, so then it doesn't get lost in the mix. You're actually making sure you have time for it, rather than time kind of having to make sure every single day, like, oh, I want to make sure I get this run. Like, oh no, it's on my calendar already. I already made time for it. Now it's actually changing your environment to make it easier for you to get to your goal. So kind of going back to the daily walk kind of goal, I have it where before I go to bed, I have my workout clothes already set up. I already have it, easy to reach, easy to just put on. If I'm super sleepy and I need coffee, it doesn't matter. I have no excuse. I have things set up already for me. So that's what I mean by changing your environment. I'll make it easy for you to actually achieve your goals. So for example, let's say one of your goals is to cut sugar, right? Go and raid your pantry, your kitchen, and actually take things out of there that does not match with your goals. If your goal is to be able to journal every single day, then make sure that your notebook is right on your work desk if you work from home like me, or that you have it digital, so then it's easy for you to actually get it done rather than putting it off, not getting it done. You're resetting your environment to match the goals and the habits that you are trying to achieve. Because honestly, the key thing with this is you're also starting to change your identity, which is how you get your habits to be something that's with you on the long term. This is coming from the book Atomic Habits, which is my favorite reads from 2021 that I still have into my kind of drilled into my head, basically, of how I want to change my habit is I have to change how I see myself. If I want to be the kind of person who does go and work out every single day, I say with the identity of like, I'm not going to work out. I say I'm the kind of person who goes on walks every single day. I'm the kind of person who doesn't have sugar in my pantry because I don't want to have sugar in my system. Whatever that is, or whatever that looks like for you, you're changing your environment so you can change your identity and how you look at yourself, and making it easy for present you to become future you by changing the environment to make that easy. That's essentially the biggest part of this. Is you've put in your habits, you put it in your calendar, you're making it part of you. You then have to change your environment so you don't fall back into old habits, the habits that you don't want to continue, the habits that got you to the point where I have to change this about myself. You have to change the environment with it. Next, and this honestly just makes it easier, of finding an accountability partner. Now, you guys can go ahead and comment below, what are your goals for 2025? What's a habit you're trying to do? And you might even find people who are also in the same like path, and you guys can become friends with them. But for me, it kind of helps when I have someone that I am accountable for. My easiest example is my own sister. She knows I'm trying to, I'm not supposed to have gluten. So for her, whenever we're out, she helps remind me if ever like, hey, I wanted this. And like, oh, it comes with a side of bread. She takes the bread from me. Or she reminds me like, hey, you said you were going to do this. Like, oh yeah. Or it could also be someone who you're doing this with. It could be like, hey, we have the same goal. We want to do the same thing. We want to run a 10K marathon within the next year. Let's be those buddies. Let's do the workouts together, or let's check in on each other. Whatever that looks like, it kind of helps it where you're not just in your head. You have someone else that you are accountable for. You have someone else who's keeping you accountable as well. So it kind of helps that having basically just a little friend or a partner who helps you kind of keep track and also achieve your own goal. And of course, the last part is tracking and rewarding yourself. Now, what I mean by rewarding yourself is not to do the thing that you're supposed to not be doing. If you are trying to avoid sugar, your reward should not be, hey, I'm gonna go and binge basically eating this whole cheesecake. You want to make sure that you reward yourself to just give yourself something to look forward to. Something to hopefully kind of lean on the identity that you have for yourself. So for example, if you've been able to successfully do 30 days of always going outside, basically go for a walk, maybe your reward is to get yourself some better walking shoes. Whatever it is, it's basically making sure that it's aligned. When you're rewarding yourself for something, it's aligned towards the person that you want to be, not going backwards, basically. And when it comes to tracking, I do have a 2025 goal setting tracker for you guys. So you guys can download it for free. It'll be in the link below. But basically, what it looks like is here on my phone, I have a shortcut to my Notion page that is basically my daily notepad. So what it is every single time it's a new day, I'll show you guys this, and this is what it'll look like on your phone as well when you set it up, is I have it here. Well, let me change this to day, is I have it kind of very easy for me to fill out. I have the I feel, which is I like to check in on how I feel every single day so I can track and see how things are going. I have the date. I have my currently reading, because one of my goals this year is to read 100 books. So I'm tracking how many books I'm reading. I have a checklist for, let me see, there you go. I have a checklist for meditate, move. I have clean emails, room reset. I have here, read 10 pages, write 10 pages, because I'm trying to write another book this year, and I have my supplements checker. So I have all of that kind of as a nice little checklist that I check off every single day. And the cool thing is every single time I check something off is I have a progress tracker right there. So I can see, depending on how many check marks I did, I can see my progress for the day. So it makes it easy for me. That's why I'm not kind of screen sharing with you guys to see what it looks like. I'm showing you guys it's on my phone and make it easy for myself to be able to track my goals, track my habits, and Then later on, I can even have a zoomed out view where I can see my progress for essentially for the rest of the year, whatever goal that I'm trying to do. But again, it's so easy. It's on my phone. I can bring this with me wherever I have a quiet place when I'm going for my walk. I can start filling up my journal. So that is kind of the quick and easy thing to make sure that I'm tracking my goals and putting myself in, again, a reward of something that I can look forward to, something that I want to change, something that I can give to myself, like, hey, this is me moving forward towards the identity or the kind of person that I want to be. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and of course, if you did, make sure to hit the thumbs up button right there. Again, comment below what goals you have for 2025. You never know your accountability partner that you'll find. And if you still haven't yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any of my videos every Sunday and Thursday on how to work from home and how to have a business from home, which you guys can check out those two playlists right here and the latest video right here. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and with the small steps matters, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!